Devin here. We have another top five. I don't really do these anymore, but oh, this is my top five favorite alolan Pokemon, and I know most of you guys are gonna hate me for number two and not putting it on number one, but I just think it gets way too much. I think it gets like a lot more attention than any alolan Pokemon. Kind of like Charizard, but like way less. Definitely way less. So this will be my okay. First off, this is my opinion. So if you don't agree, it's fine. So but you can also make a top five on your favorite alolan Pokemon. And I'm fine with that. I don't care if you disagree with me, that's fine. Because we all have different opinions. Um, Number two is just the looks of it and how I think they made an already okay Pokemon and made it better, or a very cool Pokemon and made it way better. Or just a Pokemon that I like and they made a Alolan version of it. And number one, how I have a connection with it. Now, okay, so number five is Alolan Sandslash. Alolan Sands, even though like the Generation 7 went a little crazy with the Alolan Ice types. This is because Sandslash is already a very cool Pokemon. He's what the heck is Sandslash anyway? He's like, I don't know. I don't know. But they made a lot. So instead of him being like orange and having like something here, they made him like this, like the spikes coming here or ice, and he's blue, and blue is one of my favorite colors, and I just really like Sandslash, and I think they did a very good job with the low and Sandslash. Number four is Muck. Now, not that many people cared about Muck, even whenever he was first shown in Generation 1 of the anime, and not that many people use him because, no one really liked Muck. But I think, because I didn't really like Muck either, but whenever they came out with the Lola Muck, I was like, wow, they made a very dumb and very, wow, I was like, wow, they made one of the Pokemon that's never used a very cool looking Pokemon. Instead of it being purple, it's rainbow color, and I think that's very cool. And what I like about Hello Muck is I think they didn't just wing it like they did with just Kanto Muck or like the regular Muck. How they just made it like just a blob, like just a purple blob with teeth, a mouth, a little tiny nose, and some eyes, and said, "Yep, that's a Pokemon." They actually put in some detail. Now it's basically the same thing. They made it cooler. They made it they they made it look way better than just regular Muck, because regular Muck just looks terrible. Number three. Now, most of you guys will agree with me. Marowak. Um, I think now. I think that's what it's called, Marowak. Well, I know what Pokemon it is. I just um, I'm talking about. I'm not sure if it's called Marowak or is it like something else. It's that Pokemon with like the bone and stuff. The reason why I like Alolan Marowak is because they made a very cool Pokemon. a lot of people liked Marowak. It was just a very cool Pokemon. And it has a cool Pokedex entry. But they made it very cool. Instead of it being like, I'm pretty sure it was a ground and fighting, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. If YouTube even turns on my comments, I would like to. Um, but instead of it being like a fighting ground type, I think that's what it was. They made it a ghost type. I think it was just pure ghost. Um, they made it not just a regular bone. It had like blue fire, and I just overall like this Pokemon. I've always liked Marowak. I think he was very cool, and Marowak was actually kind of a special Pokemon in Let's Go Pikachu because your rival, whenever you make it to Lavender Town, um, the Lavender Town building thing, I um your rival actually gets a Marowak. So it was everyone kind of like Marowak is a very cool Pokemon. I haven't met anyone that doesn't like Marowak. Number two, please, I know, but at least it made it on the list. Alolan Ninetales. Now hold on. The reason why I think Alolan Ninetales goes in number two, no, yeah, Alolan Ninetales is a fantastic Pokemon. They made an already cool Pokemon, Ninetales. Instead of making it a fire type, they made it an ice type, and they just made it look more cool. But the reason why I put this in number two instead of one is because I think there's one more Pokemon that beats Alolan Ninetales and looks regardless. And also, Alolan Ninetales, everyone thinks it's the best Alolan Pokemon, which it could. It's one of the best, yes. In my opinion, it's not the best, but definitely number two. Um, Alolan Ninetales, very cool Pokemon. I've always had a connection. Well, Vulpix and Ninetales were already some of my favorite fire types. So whenever I heard that Alolan, like they were making an Alolan Ninetales, I was like, oh yeah, this is about to be cool, and it looks fantastic. One of the best Pokemon I've ever seen. But I think everyone like, and this Pokemon is so overrated, to be honest. And you can't disagree with me. It's like the most overrated, like, Alolan Pokemon on this list. And that's why I put it in number two, because I actually think the number one is way better. Okay, so, short mentions that I think could have got on this list would be Alolan Meowth, not Alolan Persian. Alolan Persian just looks dumb. Alolan Meowth is because, like, Meowth is a very cool Pokemon. It's the mascot of Team Rocket. Well, Jesse and James Pokemon. It's don't say Wobbuffet is too. Wobbuffet stuck around for like 2 generations. I think he came back in Sun and Moon, the series, and yeah. But and Meowth is one of my favorite Pokemon, and that's the and you guys know, like, I kind of like Meowth because I told you guys on the Meowth Dynamax or Gigantamax video with the Pokemon cards, I was like, whenever I saw this, I was like, okay, I have to buy this and I have to make a video on this. So, yeah, and that's kind of like the only mention that I give to that. Well, the only Alolan Pokemon that could have made it on this list, but just got beat by Alolan Sandslash. Okay, now number one. Most people will put this in number 2. Alolan Raichu. Who doesn't like Alolan Raichu? Raichu, just regular Raichu is amazing. He was the strongest Pokemon of Lieutenant Surge's. That was his final Pokemon in the Kanto region. Ash had a Pikachu. Raichu's a evolved version of Pikachu. Ever since I saw Raichu, I was like, this is one of my favorite lightning types. And like just also, who doesn't like Raichu? Like maybe not everyone doesn't. Okay, most people, not that many people like just regular Kanto Raichu, but Alolan Raichu made kind of all the complaints about Raichu disappear whenever Alolan Raichu came out. But for some reason it's still weak to ground, even though it should be a lightning and flying, because it literally flies on its tail. That's another reason why this is on it number 1. Now, Ninetales, it's more fluffy and it's blue, and it's a very cool Pokemon. But it didn't have any different features. It's kind of like just the Eevee, it's kind of like the Eevee Dynamax, it's just more fluff. But yeah, like they actually changed Raichu. They gave it different ears. They just made the whole thing look different. Its tail is longer. It flies. Like I said, Pokemon, it should not be weak to ground types. Okay. Well, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys like my top 5. I will be doing more. It just depends if this video is better. It gets more views, but like and subscribe if you want more videos like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.